Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for coming to our virtual, what are we calling this?
Virtual trade show, Jack.
Virtual trade show. Sorry, did a quick lunch. So thank you for coming back to day one. If you're just new arriving to this presentation or this virtual trade show today, note that we are doing this live from Zoom, and it's best viewed from Zoom as far as like interacting with DUI staff. Otherwise, you can always keep watching it on Facebook Live. The link is available on Facebook to come over to Zoom. Why I'm stressing that is coming up after this session, we're going to have a session on how to measure for a dry suit. At the same time, we're going to have a breakout room for any of the dive shops out there that are considering or would like to be a DUI and OMS dealer. Tor will also be doing a breakout room for that, and that will only be available through the Zoom interface. Throughout the presentation, please message us any of your questions that you may have, and we will answer them when it's appropriate. And with that, Tor, just like everybody else, tell us a little bit about yourself and what excites you about diving and how long you've been doing this, I guess.
Hi, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. My name's Tor. I'm the sales manager here at DUI, and I am also the regional account manager for the Southwest, which covers everything New Mexico, Colorado, over to California, and we threw in Hawaii just to, kind of give me a little bit of an island feel. I got introduced into diving back in when I was 12 years old. My parents took us down to Bermuda, and they threw us in the ocean. They kind of did a discover scuba on the reefs in about 25 feet. And I fell in love with the sport back then. I've been diving on and off back then, but I actually got into the industry back in 2007. And I've been in the industry ever since, and I love it. It's kind of a passion as far as, and I consider it a passion and a privilege to get to work in this industry and be a part of it and get to play in it too. I tease my wife, I get to play in the industry because she's she has the real job. So that being said, that's about me. Anything else, Jack? I always love these. I feel like I'm on a dating site.
Door number 3. No, just kidding. No, that's great. So Tor, when you're ready, go ahead and get started with your presentation.
All right, great. Let me share my screen here. Dun, dun, dun. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah. Are you going to make it full screen?
Yep. How about now, guys?
I can see it with your notes.
Oh, well, I don't want you to see my notes. All right, let's try something else here. I'm used to doing this from home off a single screen. It's much easier.
Nope.
Okay.
It's basically just go up to, is it under view or slideshow? Dun, dun, dun. You guys still seeing my screen? Yep.
Lovely.
We're divers, just so everyone knows. Technology is hard. No, we are, we have upgraded a lot of things at DUI as far as like not just the computers, software, video, cameras, the whole thing. I know for a lot of people like myself, that's not new technology, who came from the technology industry. But DUI being an older company, we still have to upgrade, so to speak, all of our technology.
Yeah.
Almost there?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where my Zoom went, actually. It
No,
went
no,
away.
you don't have to worry about the Zoom. You can just, because you're sharing your screen. So as long as you just launch your PowerPoint, we're good.
All right.
And on Windows, isn't it under?
Yeah, but you guys are seeing my notes.
Tor, you want to do that whole thing that I was talking about where you share a portion of your screen under the advanced? So go to share screen, click that button, click, oh, there you go.
It's on now. It's working. You guys are seeing just a PowerPoint.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Dan came in too to help me out. So like I said here, we do thanks for being patient with me, guys. Here's a present. Here's my contact information. My phone number is at the bottom. I'm at extension 314. I am actually in the office every single day. We do work a staggered schedule through this COVID mess that we're in. And so 9 times out of 10, if you guys call in, you will get me at least answering the phones. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a call. So one of the things that is very important about dry suits is the actual insulation. The dry suit has, especially a tri-laminate, has no thermal properties whatsoever. It's not going to keep you warm. You go dive into the Antarctic with a bathing suit underneath your suit, you will freeze. One of the things that we want to tell people more than anything else is that natural fibers don't work. Things like cotton will not work, especially since you're in an airtight bag in your dry suit and you're going to sweat and it's going to cause moisture that builds up in your undergarments. And so having things like a wicking layer to wick the moisture away from your body is very important and moves it to the outer layer. So one of the things that we here at DUI do is we actually have the eco base layer right here. This is something that we make here in the United States, and it is 75% recycled material. So you get to be environmentally friendly and dry at the same time. It's highly breathable, dries quick, SPF protection, and it will actually increase your warmth while diving if you have this on underneath your undergarments. It's excellent for outdoor activities. If you're just, if it's a cold day, you're in the Midwest, Northeast, not something we experience very often down here in San Diego, except we do kind of complain when it drops into the 50s. It is available in men's and women's sizing, and the sizes are listed: small, medium, large, extra large. Women, we go from extra small to 2 extra large. We do make it with silver accents for men, fuchsia accents for women. There is no color option, and this item is not, the Eco Divewear is unfortunately not customizable. It's off the shelf. However, it doesn't get sold as a package with the tops and bottom in one. You can buy a large top with a medium bottom if you guys would need that.
Material is actually quite stretchy too. So it's not like if you get this and it's going to feel too tight, it does kind of move a little bit.
Absolutely, Jack. The XM450 jumpsuit. This is by far our warmest jumpsuit. It is very mobile, very comfortable. It's a Thinsulate. Everybody knows Thinsulate has an outer nylon layer. So what we've had to do with it, we've added polar stretch panels into the arms, the waist, the legs, and around the wrist to kind of make it easier and stretch and makes it easy for you to move inside. It also has a nice pop-up collar to keep your neck warm. Does not interfere with the seals on your dry suit. This is the perfect undergarment for polar diving, really cold water diving. If you're one of those people who gets cold easily, I would recommend this. So this is one of the XM series jumpsuits. We have a second one. This one is meant for water temperatures 28 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and is very thick, nice and warm. The XM250, which is made the exact same way, offered in slightly less sizes, however, is meant for warmer waters, 50 to 65 degree waters. It has all the same technologies, same features, and both the XM450 and the XM250 offer a two-way zipper to make it easy if you do have a P valve and you do need to run the hose for your P valve. The Duotherm 100, 150 here is our thinnest actual undergarment. It is a fleece, delivers warmth, great comfort. It is a one piece. It has a one-way zipper. So one of the new features that has been added into it is little buttonhole eyelids, one on each side to run your P valve hose. It is a one piece. It is recommended for water temperatures 65 degrees and up. It's a heavy stretch fleece. It has pockets. It is meant, sorry, my apologies. It's available in the core sizes and is available in men's and women's cut.
What?
What's up, Jack?
No, I thought the 150 is unisex size.
My apologies. You're right. The 150 is unisex size. I will fix that slide. So let's jump to the next slide so nobody can see that. The Duotherm 300. This is by far the most popular here for my region, which covers the Southwest. Water temperatures aren't super warm, more in the 50s on average year round. So this is a perfect undergarment. The Duotherm 300 is made of a double layer of stretch fleece, accent stitching. It is versatile for other outdoor activities other than diving. It is available in men's and women's sizes, and it is available in fully custom. So should you need a custom made to measure undergarment, this is the one that we will be more than happy to be able to make measure to the measurements you provide through the dealers. It does have thumb loops, makes it easy for donning your dry suit. And again, it's, you know, we added the little eyelids for the P valve hose to make it easy. We've also reinforced the legs to make the material nice and sturdy. The Duotherm 300 pullover and pants. This is for us odd size people. And I say that lovingly because I tend to wear a larger top than the bottom. This gives us the same availability to swap out tops and bottoms for different sizes. You can buy one or the other, but again, it's the same material, the Duotherm 300. My daughter actually loves wearing my sweatshirt when we're out camping because it keeps her very warm. It's incredibly comfortable and versatile. If you get cold and you still need a little bit more temperature, but you know, we built you a custom 300, we right here have a 300 vest. This one is available in unisex size like the pullover and pants, in small, medium, all the way up to 2 extra large. This is gonna give you about 5 degrees of added temperature protection. It's very, and now you actually, if you're ever in the office, you'll see Jack wearing this around the office in the wintertime because he likes the way it looks and it keeps him warm.
That's my winter jacket.
It is, yeah. San Diego winter right there.
Yeah, I just so everyone knows, I did grow up in Minnesota, so that becomes my winter jacket here.
What we also have done is to complete the line, we offer two different styles of socks. We offer the Duotherm 300 sock, which is the lighter weight, 45 to 60 degrees. It's got maximum stretch, very low bulk, available in sizes now. Your small through 2 extra large. You can go on our website and we will, if we don't have it yet, we will have a shoe size to sock size. You know, if you wear a 10, what size Duotherm do I need to buy? So we'll have that available. If you do get cold easily, we do offer the XM450 sock. It's a much thicker sock. and it's a thinsulate. So it's not going to have the stretch that the Duotherm 300 has, but it definitely has the warmth that you need if you get cold easily on your extremities. So again, undergarments aren't exactly the super exciting thing that I get to talk about, but we do offer a complete line from head to toe to keep you warm and meet all the needs for the water temperatures that you may be diving, anywhere from, the Caribbean to the Pacific Northwest to Antarctica. So we will open that up to any questions that we may have now.
So first, I'd just like to interject something here on when you're quoting the temperatures of what each undergarment is rated for. Those are just general guidelines because everybody has different tendencies to how cold they get. So as Tor mentioned, in San Diego, the Duotherm 300 is one of the more common undergarments that people wear for our local temperatures. On the flip side, I wear the 150 because I don't tend to get as cold as some other people, where I do have friends that they only dive the XM 450 in our waters here. So again, it's up to your personal preferences as far as like how cold you get is where you should go. So we just offer that as a starting area. So we have a question about washing the XM material versus the Duotherm material.
They're both machine washable. Wash them in cold water. I would use a detergent similar to Woolite, so very lightweight, not type of detergent, that's meant for delicates. Don't throw it in the dryer. Let it air dry.
That's especially important on the XM material, that you do not run it with heat. The heat will actually break down the fibers. So a lot of times you'll see secondhand XM 450s and XM 250s out on the market as secondhand. A lot of times they've already been treated poorly and run through a heater or a dryer with the heat on, which actually breaks down material, so you lose the insulation properties. So be careful with that. So Tor, I have a question for you, a little trivia question. What does XM stand for?
XM satellite radio? I don't know. I have no idea.
Sorry. That's a little, that was a little cruel, but I was digging through our, I was just kind of curious to see if you actually do. XM, well, I was digging through a bunch of our old documents about our patents and stuff like that. XM actually stands for extra mobility.
Thank you, Jack.
So
I learned something new today.
So I didn't mean to pick on you. I was just throwing that out there. So people wonder where we come up with these. people wonder where we come up with these names. So it's like TLS. What does TLS mean? Tri-laminate suit. Oh, okay.
You digress. No worries there. One of the things I want to add, though, and this is something that needs to be reiterated and reinforced across the board, especially when you're looking at premium suits, or I should rephrase that, when you're looking at sizing a suit properly. If DUI builds a suit for the XM 450, that's the largest we cut the suit for, and you're going to have no problem with it. But if you wear a thinner undergarment, the suit may be a little loose. If I build a suit for my Duotherm 300 and you try to squeeze into the suit with an XM 450, you're going to feel a noticeable difference, and the suit's going to be a lot tighter than what you may or may not like. Please, when you order a suit and you size it, you take into account the type of undergarment that you're going to wear prior to sizing the suit or giving us the measurements. It is actually number 3 on the order form. It is probably one of the most commonly missed questions on the order form. So definitely make sure that gets taken care of. And if you say, for instance, wear a Santee or a Weasel or a Fourth Element, tell us what it is. We know what a Fourth Element Arctic equates to in the DUI line, so we know what to size the suit for. It is incredibly important to make sure that your suit fits right. Not that we build a suit for you that you want to squeeze a 450 underneath it, and we did a 300, and you now have to do the shimmy dance on the boat to get your suit over your hips. So please, I want to reiterate how important that is. The type of undergarment will affect how the suit fits and how you feel inside the suit.
Okay, so it's great having Faith is actually on the Zoom presentation right now, so it's great having Faith there. Faith has been a long time DUI employee and ambassador / dry suit, know everything, can visually measure somebody with just looking at them, go, oh yeah, they're a X whatever size person they are. So she's a wealth of information. She also has just told me that the CLX stands for Cordura Laminate Extreme. CF stands for crushed foam. So just in case, we need to have these things out there. Also, just to go back on the care of the XM450, it's Faith also has informed me that you shouldn't hang your wet undergarment of the XM450 while it's wet. When it's hanging, it will actually stretch the material, which will break down the fibers also.
Thank you, Faith.
So
Faith is a wealth of knowledge that, I can't tell you how much we've relied on her in the past for different stuff. So she's, she was definitely somebody that, I can't speak for Faith, but she has the tribal knowledge that she's passed on, and there's still so much to learn from her down the road as well.
So another question we had was, can you get a 150 duotherm made custom?
It's not something that we've ever added to our price list. It is something we have done on rare occasions for certain individuals that live in tropical climates. So the short answer is yes, it can be done. It takes us a little bit more time and effort to do it. But yes, it can be done, but it's not something we do on a regular basis. It's definitely going to be a one-off if we do it for you.
So one of the questions that we always get is similar to this question. My current wetsuit tends to shrink from time to time. Can a dry suit be altered when it shrinks?
The answer to that is no. Unfortunately not. Once a dry suit is fully built, we can only shorten the legs and arms an estimated about 2 inches, depending on the suit. We can't make it any longer.
Right. So in the shortening, why it's not a fixed number is because there's a taper in the suit, and all wrist seals, whether it's zip seals or other, or just straight latex seals, they all have the same opening diameter. So with the taper of the sleeve, it gets to a point where you can no longer accommodate cutting it shorter. And the same thing goes with the legs, stuff like that. One of the things why we don't add size, like add a panel to increase the size of a suit. Just think of it this way: you're adding extra seams, you're actually adding more possible failure points to a suit. So that's one of the things at DUI that we don't do, is actually take an older suit and make it bigger.
Very true.
So one of the things, is there anything new coming out with dry suits, undergarments? Sorry, that's my bad. I'm reading it wrong.
Well, we're looking at different options at this time. We are exploring new avenues to update the dry suit. I'm sorry, the undergarment line that we offer. We're looking with different materials and different manufacturers to see what we come out with, but we're in the really early phases of it. So at this point, I couldn't even give you a timeline.
Question about the Blue Heat. The original Blue Heat. Can you still get it?
You can't. The Blue Heat's been discontinued, and unfortunately, we have gotten rid of, for lack of a better word, sold through our inventory and our spare parts. So we can't even build it anymore if we wanted to.
Any future plans?
At this time, no.
Okay. As far as like Blue Heat spare parts, I know that Faith at Blue Green Expeditions has purchased most of our spare parts for the Blue Heat. So she would be the source to get additional parts. And the reason for why she has all those parts is she does do expeditions to the coldest environments where the Blue Heat really comes into play. So there's a question about the Blue Heat 2. Dan?
Yes. I actually just wanted to chime in real quick because I know a lot about the Blue Heat stuff. We are just finishing up, or we just did finish up a contract with the military, doing some Blue Heat projects for them. And DUI will be looking at doing a few different flavors of Blue Heat. One will be in the commercial line, and then the other one will be recreationally, where we're going to take some of the technologies that we developed with the military and bring it over to the recreational side of things. Tor doesn't know a whole bunch about it because it's still sitting in our engineering lab, and we haven't decided what features we want to bring across. But DUI hasn't stepped away from the concept of heating, active heating. We're just getting back from our the military side, and we're going to be applying some of that technology for the future products, both in the commercial side, but also recreationally. So you will see gloves and boots, and I'm sure a jumpsuit coming your way, but Tor doesn't have any of the specs on it yet. So I just wanted to jump in and help out.
And just so you know, I'm not in the market for that, considering I just dived the 150.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have just a very little time because we need to switch over to our next presentation, which is the sizing portion, or how to size for a dry suit. And at the same time, if you're a dive shop dealer and you would like to have a breakout session with Tor to go over any dealer questions, specifics about the dealer program, how to be a dealer, anything like that, or just questions in general about what you're doing with your dealership, please let us know, and I will switch you to one of the breakout rooms with Tor during the next session. So thank you, Tor, for sharing.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And we'll see you guys in just a few minutes while I get things switched over, okay?